5 things Zac Efron spends his millions on. Certainly, Zac Efron has come a long way from his early days as a typical high school boy from Arroyo Grande, with apparently unachievable hopes and desires. There was a time when he was nothing more than a child from Arroyo Grande, but it seemed like instantly his professional career was taking off and taking off. Sorry, we had to try and throw in a High School Musical reference in there somewhere. The instant High School Musical indeed launched on Disney Channel. The show became an overnight sensation. A few sequels and some family-friendly films, such as 17 Again, Hairspray, and The Lorax, followed, allowing Efron to enjoy the fruits of his sudden stardom as a fresh new Hollywood heartthrob, while remaining grounded. However, owing to films such as Neighbors and Dirty Grandpa, Efron has effectively lost his family-friendly image as the kid from Disney, and has evolved into an adult performer with a broad spectrum of emotions. For crying out loud, he'll be playing Ted Bundy in his next film. After dribbling and singing on the court for several minutes, no one anticipated Troy Bolton to do such a thing. He's now on a television program touring the world in preparation for a new show that will air on MTV. Talk about enjoying your life to the fullest. It is one of the privileges of being wealthy and famous, and utilizing one's wealth to travel from one nation to another. And it isn't the only thing he does with his money. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing 5 things Zac Efron spends his millions on. Yeah, you heard it right. So let's get started with our video. Buying motorcycles to ride. Even though Zac Efron isn't into motorbikes per define, he is definitely into Tom Cruise. In the past, Efron has stated that Tom Cruise is one of his favorite actors, and when the two met at a party, the Oscar-nominated actor made an intriguing proposition to the young actor. He offered to teach Efron how to ride a motorbike if he wanted to learn. Efron couldn't say no to the opportunity to work with a legend like Tom Cruise, and after a few lessons, he was up and riding a motorbike. We'd like to believe that Efron invested in a couple of bikes to ensure that his newfound expertise didn't go to waste. He did ride a motorbike in Baywatch, so that's something. Getting his grandpa's 1965 Mustang remodeled. No, not Robert De Niro, but someone else. His Dirty Grandpa co-star was the only one who said that. This time, we're talking about Zac Efron's biological grandfather, a granddad who left behind a gnarly-looking old-school Mustang from the 1965 model year. He worked on the automobile for 2 years, investing money into it whenever he had the opportunity to have it wholly reconstructed and repainted. He shared the wild ride in an Instagram photo, writing, "It was sick. My grandfather's 1965 Mustang has finally been completed after 2 years of renovation. It's a monstrous creature. A special thank you to Grandpa Efron." Audi S5. If you look at Zac Efron's garage, he's a great lover of the Audi automobile type since he has a couple of them in his collection. The Audi S5 is unquestionably the most luxurious of the Audis in Efron's collection, and it is also the most expensive. The Audi S5 features a 354 horsepower engine and weighs 4,211 pounds. It has a price range that starts at $52,400. If that isn't enough to persuade our readers to purchase one of these vehicles, consider that the Audi S5 comes equipped with an A+ navigation system and camera combination. Hollywood Hills home. In 2013, Zac Efron spent $3.995 million on a mansion in the Hollywood Hills that he designed for himself. The purchase was made shortly after his second term in recovery, and it appears that he was looking for a new home to begin rebuilding his life. This Hollywood Hills property, which measures 5,644 square feet and has 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a gourmet chef's kitchen, and even a spa with a waterfall, was ideal for such a fresh start. In the following year, he sold it for $2.75 million. Buying out the Arroyo Grande Theater. Zac Efron was born in San Luis Obispo, California, but he and his family relocated to Arroyo Grande, California, where they reared him. While Arroyo Grande is an excellent distance from Hollywood, a little more than 3 hours to be exact, Efron, born and raised there, has never forgotten his roots and continues to pay frequent visits to the area. Earlier this year, in anticipation of his current film, The Greatest Showman, Efron purchased the Fair Oaks Theater in Arroyo Grande and essentially handed out free tickets to his picture to say thank you to the people who reared him. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section how today's video was. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more like this, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.